we'll see DK Metcalf, their few better in the red zone, as he comes in fourth and touchdown receptions. It's the Seahawks and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Day. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change momentum of this game in a hurry.
Now a first down carry for Harris. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, great field position for them, Charles, to start that drive, but not a lot of yardage to be had. They do, however, come away with a long field goal.
Yeah, and that's a plus. I mean, give them credit for that. They start the game 3-0. Don't come away empty-handed on this opening possession. And one other thing, it's a 50-plus yard field goal. Let's give the kicker a little respect as well. Those kind of kicks aren't routine.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951. And he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Levis looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 15. Play action now. Levis. And this one is incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. Here's Levis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Pickett back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Richie James, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because he's got...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zay Jones, 46 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Levis. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. James has got it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's complete downfield to James. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Robinson's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down. Back to throw, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Pickett will look to throw it here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zay Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Seahawks, nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably...
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 85 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make it 24-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Pickett on second down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Pickett. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And he's got Smith-Njigba.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Levis. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Here's Pickett. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Pickett's throw here into the hands of Jones. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Now Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarm the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Pickett. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second down. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll throw again with Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Play action now. Levis. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Levis now off of play action. Outright to Smith-Njigba. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Levis to throw off play action.
Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf
With career touchdown number 70.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Pickett back to throw.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Off the play fake, Levis. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
That is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week.
And got his man complete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Will Levis and the offense back out there.
And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Levis looking to throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
From 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled, and that's where we are right now.
And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Levis. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Reek Whelan.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson, 48 yards. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. But they go play action. Here's Levis. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Harris running straight ahead to about the 48-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Pickett. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 57 yards. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pickett now from the gun here. Caught by Jones. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. But that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on them. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Keon White in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pickett has his man. That's James. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw on target to James. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got an open man. It's Washington. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Pickett. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game...
He's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jones has it. Fights through, and now a crease. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Zay Jones. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Zay Jones, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think?
They got his man complete. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf finding the end zone yet again. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on. Look
at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Pickett. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Pickett right back to the air again. He finds Robinson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Pickett back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Pickett on second down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Sacked right around the 17. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Play action now. Levis. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Off the play fake, Levis.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that might just cement a return for a late touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Derek Hall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did.